Being a parent in these past 2 years was incredibly difficult, and many of us had to adapt and change our parenting due to lockdown orders and school closures. Some of these adaptations may stick and some could even benefit parents. Hi guys! And welcome to Get It Together. So, today we'll be talking about parenting trends that have started in 2020 and are here to stay. Last summer, renowned pediatrician Dr. Harvey Carp looked at what's changed since the pandemic began. Here are some of his observations and how he thinks that they will evolve in these following years. Even before the pandemic broke out, parents did more work than ever before with less help. With schools closing and many people working from home, parents are burned out and have to become a lot more flexible just to get through the day. Because of necessity, many doctor appointments have gone virtual this year, and this is a trend that we will likely see will continue in the next year and beyond. While some doctors' visits require face-to-face and in-person interaction, many doctors find that there are other things that can be done effectively from behind a screen. Telehealth has many benefits, especially for newborn care, where new parents can have their questions answered without having to leave the house or potentially expose their infant to germs. Carp predicts that when doctors' offices do return to normal operations, many parents and providers will be more open to incorporating remote visits into their ongoing care. The first weeks of a baby's life can already be intense and isolating. And a new parent's job is made even more difficult as COVID-19 has taken away valuable practical support from family and friends. Lack of practical support alone can nudge a new parent toward depression or anxiety. It also may trigger an even bigger issue: exhaustion. Parents are increasingly turning to technology to get the help they need in these stressful early days, such as a white noise machine or a smart bassinet, like the Snoo Smart Sleeper, invented by Dr. Carp. Snoo gives tired new parents an extra pair of hands to hold, and soothes the baby with the constant rumbly sound and gentle rocking they loved while in the womb. Plus, it's the only baby bed proven to add hours of sleep to the baby's sleep and keep the baby safely on the back. All naps and nights. This is a massive piece of the puzzle in curbing the alarming trend in postpartum depression and anxiety, and to establish a new trend of reliable and meaningful virtual support that can help keep these perinatal mood disorders in check. Each period in the history of this world has seen different parenting trends that have changed over time. With the way the world has changed, it's important to stay updated on parenting trends. Here are 5 trends that will remain in 2022. Parents are more and more informed and aware of how to take care of their children. They have started to understand their kids better. There is still a lot of work to be done. However, parents are now understanding that getting help for their kids isn't a bad thing. It is actually good for their child. They don't scold or react negatively to their child's behavior. Instead, they try to identify the underlying reason for their kids' behavior and then try to get professional help. In the past, parents thought that being aggressive and scolding their children would make them better, but over time, people have become more aware. Now they understand that the way to deal with children is to first understand them, understand their needs and understand why they behave in a certain way. Carrying on from Dr. Carp's observation about technology can be very beneficial for both parents and children. Most parents use technology for communication, management, and safety. It has helped to alleviate some of the stress of parenting. Technology can be used to help with the day-to-day tasks and responsibilities of parenting. For children, it can be used as an educational tool that doesn't require a book or a teacher's attention. It is important that we introduce our children to technology from an early age, but also monitor their use. Despite all its benefits, there are some downsides to using technology in parenting. Young children can become addicted to screens. That's why it shouldn't be used too often as a distraction from doing other activities. How do you decide at what age you should allow your child to be online? Share your experiences with children and screen time in the comments section. We have to be mindful of how much we expose our children to technology. During the lockdown, children had to take online classes which exposed them to a great amount of screen time. And while everything was under lockdown, the only entertainment kids could get was video games, movies, and TV shows, all of which expose them more. That's why it's so important for parents to monitor the screen time usage of children and find a balance between using screens for studies and for fun and entertainment. Another amazing trend that people are seeing since the past few decades is that dads are stepping up. They take an active role in the care of children. People are starting to realize that taking care of children is not just a mother's job. It is something that should be done by both parents. That's why we see a lot of stay-at-home dads these days. In the past, mothers of newborn babies preferred to quit their jobs to care for their children. But all this is changing and the trend has seen an increase, with both parents staying and working from home during the pandemic, forcing fathers to share the responsibility of caring for children as much as mothers. As the sustainability trend grows, parents are looking for products that have less impact on the environment. An important factor in this trend is the mindset of people. Parents want to create a better future for their children and don't want to leave them with an environmental mess. That is why they choose products that are sustainable and do not harm our natural resources. Demand has led many companies to develop sustainable products that meet the needs of these parents, and those who are not there yet have started to take steps to become more environmentally conscious as well. More and more parents are choosing to breastfeed their children instead of feeding them formula milk. This increasing trend of breastfeeding raises the need for advocacy. The benefits of breastfeeding have been documented extensively, but there is still a lot of misinformation about it. Many studies, however, show that breastfeeding is healthier than formula. The breastfeeding trend has been increasing for several of years and is expected to continue to grow in 2022. These were the 5 parenting trends that all parents should know about, and which are likely to continue in 2022. Some trends often lead to unrealistic standards that parents must follow and can be harmful to children. Picking up good things from other parents is great, but if you are going to follow a parenting trend, then it is better to first analyze if it's going to bring any benefit to you or the children. If not, it is better to avoid it. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates. That's it for today.